Hi everybody, we're sitting here with Alex, one of the craftsmen from Juge Sinclair, and we're going to talk a little bit about things that you won't be able to see once the organ is finished. One of the ways we make sound on an organ is that we choose different sets of pipes and different combinations of sets of pipes to create volume and to create character of the sound. And so if I choose, say, this stop, this stop, this stop, it makes a certain sound. If I choose this stop and this stop, it makes a certain sound. Another way we can do it is with what we call the swell box, and Alex is going to explain the design of the swell box for us.
Yep, so essentially one of the divisions of this organ, so all of the pipes that correspond to the second manual, the second keyboard here, live inside, basically it's a room within the organ. And so you can see it's sort of like a 16 by, or actually, sorry, it's like a 9 by 9 foot room. And it's sort of a cube, and in the front you can see there's all these movable louvers. And so I have a pedal here at the console. All of these notes play, all of these pedals, I mean, play different notes. But then this one up here actually controls those louvers on the box. So if I pull down on the pedal like this, now if we look back at the box, you can see they're all closed. So I can open it and close it with this pedal. And basically what that does is it lets more sound out, or it keeps the sound inside the box. So we have a few pipes in there now, so we can, this might not sound too pretty because we haven't worked on the sound yet, but if I play this chord and then I close the box, you can hear how the sound changes. So you still get the same color, you get that fluty sound, but it's quieter. And so once we have more pipes in, it gives a lot of flexibility. All of the pipes in this manual and in the pedal, they always speak the same volume. So some stops are louder than others, but the pipe will always sound the same volume. With the swell box, we can change the volume of the pipes. Inside the room, they always speak the same volume, but the way we hear it when we close these will change what we hear in the church.
Great. Another idea that we had after the organ was designed and the stops were decided, and there was a stop in our old organ at Christ King that had never worked since the whole time I was here, so I never used it. But I called our friends at Juge Sinclair and asked, could we include this into the new design of the instrument to kind of remember all those people that helped us with the old instrument and all the people that worked hard for that. And they said, well, of course. And so it used to be called a zimbelstern in the old instrument. Now it's called
Clochette.
I'm going to have Alex do that because my French is horrible. And so it's a button that we have here, a stop knob that we have here on the side. And when I pull it, we hear bells. And maybe there's people at Christ King that remember that happening on the old instrument. Not in my time here, because it wasn't working in my time here. But we're back at it. Finally, on this video, we want to just talk a little bit about the very top. You see all the gilt hand-carved things. And there are a couple things that are really specific to this time and place. So, Alex, you want to talk about any of that? You want me to do that?
Yeah, so the pipe shades are inspired by the work of some earlier 19th century American builders. And so it's a kind of design that is, you can find it sprinkled throughout the United States. And then there's local foliage in there, so you may recognize some leaves of different kinds of trees that you find in the area. There's a crown in the center, of course, because this is Christ King. And if you see little dots of green towards the bottom of some of the pipe shades, those, if you look very closely, are actually little fireflies, because, of course, as we found out, Wauwatosa means little firefly. So those are all gilt with gold leaf, like a lot of the other decoration in the church. 23 karat, I believe. And it's just There's a lot of detail to look at from far away, and depending how close you are, there's always something more to see.
All right, well, thank you so much, Alex. Fascinating, fascinating, and beautiful, beautiful work.